Alright, bitches, I'm crunk off of Mountain Dew. I drank more than a liter of it in under an hour. I have no idea when I'm going to bed tonight, so let's tell a story. So, when I was 19 years old, I got sexually assaulted. That sucks. It does. I was like, I'm going to be celibate so I can really heal myself and make sure I never run into a toxic person again. So, in the course of 2 months, I did pretty damn well. But then, long story short, my sex addiction made it very hard for me compared to my very, very high sex drive. So I thought to myself, you know what, enough time has passed. I don't think I'm going to get hurt again. Let me put myself out there. And then I went on this website called FetLife. If you're like, what's FetLife? It's like Facebook, but for horny people. Like, it was, I remember I signed up for FetLife. I saw all sorts of weirdos on there. I even ran into a girl I knew in middle school, and it was like, oh, girl, I did not know your daddy issues were that bad that you are slurping off bald headed white dudes on camera. But power to you, I guess. You know it's bad if it's coming from me to be like, oh, girl, that's what you're going for? Like, not even, I don't, just, oof, oof. But, if she's happy, I'm questioning it. And then I was scrolling, and I saw this fine ass man. Fine ass Dominican man. Beautiful. He had these nice, thick, luscious, juicy coils of hair, like fucking Esmeralda from fucking Hunchback of Notre Dame. Oh my god, and he had this round, like full chubby cheeks. I am a sucker for chubby cheeks on men because it's like, I know you'll give me cute babies. But then he also had a very nice, like clean cut jawline and these huge, like big, almost black eyes, long eyelashes, big, beautiful doe eyes. And oh, he was gorgeous, round, full lips, perfectly pink. He was just fine as fuck. I knew he was a slut, not just because he was on FetLife, but because he had a nose ring. Oh, simply put, it's like, okay. It's like I kind of looked through his account and I was like, I know what this man is. Nose ring, over 6 feet tall, attractive, Latino. I know what's gonna go down here. I've played this game before. But I was like, I need to have fun and reclaim my body and have a great time. I hit him up, we had a little bit of on and off conversation, and then we decided to meet. I remember I almost forgot this entire story happened. Holy shit. Because it's been over 5 years, but I can finally tell it now without being too embarrassed. I remember I thought to myself, because it's like, even if it was just gonna be a hookup with this dude in the back of his car, I kind of thought to myself, you know what? Because I wasn't very good at taking care of myself back in the day, specifically because of my fucked up home life. But if I was gonna meet a man for a date, I knew, or like a meeting or whatever, I knew I'm gonna have to get dolled up as fuck to really make it worth my time, and also so I can feel more confident in myself, feel beautiful, and know, like, it was just like a thing of value for me. I felt really fucked up and like broken after the sexual assault happened to me in the months before, like on New Year's Eve when I was like 18. Oh yeah, I was 18, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I need to do something to make my life feel good. So I remember I got super dolled up. I still have like a photo of me that I'll eventually post. And oh, my hair was relaxed. I had my cute little Aaliyah style, like Romeo Must Die, fucking swoop bang. I put on a nice, like, fucking drawstring ponytail with a cute sparkly barrette. I had these amazing gold, like, Forever 21, like, fucking dangly rose earrings that made my neckline look amazing. I made sure I had this perfect, like, hot pussy pink lip gloss on that matched my perfect, like, bra and my fucking v-neck of the same color and these cute little black skinny jeans that fit in the thighs just right. And I wanted to make sure I looked fucking good. And I looked fucking fantastic to the point where I posted myself online. All my homegirls knew I consistently looked fucked up. So they were like, damn, girl, where you going? I was like, I'm getting lit for... I'm gonna see a man about a horse. I knew he was packing. His dick was big. But and so it's like, it was a special occasion. You gotta doll yourself up. What can I say? We met. We went out. I remember I just straight up. I forgot what I told my family. I think I told my grandmother and mother or something. I was like, hey, I'm gonna go out and grab some food with some friends with benefits. That part was silent. I went out, we met in his car, we went to a nearby burger spot, and oh my god, he was so gorgeous. He was really, really anxious. You could tell he was excited to fuck me too. Like, when I first got into his car, he was astonished. He was like, holy fucking shit, she looks 10 times better in person. But at the same time, he was like, why the fuck is she dressed up so much just to fuck in the backseat? She looks like she's gonna be on a red carpet soon, or like interviewing someone important. Like, I had on a little blazer and everything. I was lit. I was extra glamorous. I was like, go big or go home, and I certainly did not want to be the fuck home. So I get in the back of this dude's car after we like eat burgers and stuff. And mind you, I thought it was like his lips were so full. His smile was cute. He had the cute front teeth that I love when men have big teeth. It's so fucking sexy. And his eyelashes were so. He had these warm, dark brown, huge eyes. You could just get lost in. Like, they looked like black coffee. You know how when you get a cup of like black coffee, and if you look at it and swirl it around, you see the little depths of brown just swirling underneath. His eyes were that gorgeous. Oh, he was amazing. Oh, if you have that type of eye, stay the fuck away from me. I don't want to fall in love today. Thank you. Anyway, to speed this story along, me and him get in the back of his car, which is how most of my horrific stories go. Let's just say the fucking was amazing. Holy goddamn shit. I was in so many positions in such a short amount of time. But mind you, I had a very, very full stomach full of food. Like, I'm talking, like, I'm pretty sure it was chili cheese fries, a burger, and maybe even a vanilla milkshake. A lot of food to eat, and not enough time has passed before he was diving in my pools, baby. Let's just say, a great time was had, and I'm an overeager person, and I don't have that much of a gag reflex. Thank God for long neck genetics and whatever weird shit I went through at 18 to figure out that I had this ability. Let's just say, I was a little overeager. I was like, this guy's really hot. I want to impress him. And then it hit a certain point. And this is so funny. It's not my first time throwing up on a man, but the thing that's consistent with all of them is that they always really, really, really go, holy shit, this feels amazing, right as I start vomiting. This man fucked the living shit out of me. But then on top, so it's like my drawstring ponytail at some point just, I don't know how, it just somehow fell off and flung itself in the fucking front seat of the car. I don't know how that happened, it just happened. I also remember that specifically, like, you know, my face was covered in slobber because I'm freaky. My everything you can imagine was covered in a thick layer of slime because it was, what can I say? It was a very passionate night. A lot of things were going on, and he was one of the most attractive men I had seen at that point and been with. It was vile. And I mean, it was vile. But let's just say some exorcist level vomiting happened on top of that. And my hair started getting fucked up all around because we were doing weird. And then next thing you know, let's just say it very quickly, I was slimy as if it was that, you know how at the end of Poltergeist when they save the children and stuff and they're about to drive off in the car, it was exactly like that. Just, oh, it was terrible. So there I was, drenched hair to head to toe, jewelry fucked up, face fucked up, hair fucked up. But then to make matters worse, imagine you're sucking off this amazingly cute guy in the back of his car, and then he fucks with your gag reflex that you didn't know you had. And then I guess you go a little too far, and then you projectile vomit not only all over his dick, but also all over his legs, all over your legs, and then all over the back seat of his car, like the floor part where your feet are. And I remember I was so embarrassed, I started crying and hyperventilating. I was like, I'm so fucking sorry, I'm so fucking sorry, I'm so sorry, no. And I started crying. And he said what many men in this exact situation has said before. Yeah, it's fine. It was actually pretty fucking hot. You want to keep going? And I don't remember what happens next, but knowing how I was, let's just say I don't think sex stopped. I don't think it stopped. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you that. I don't know. He just wiped off his legs, and we were like, it was like, all right, okay, and we just kept going. And it was the funniest shit because at some point I remember, like, actually, I think at some point before the vomiting happened, I'm just tossing this in, sorry, non-linear storytelling like Pulp Fiction. I remember at some point he fucked the shit out of me before I went through the total, like, terrifying transformation or whatever. And I remember he fucked the shit out of me so hard like, he just, out of nowhere, he hops me off of him gently, because I guess he was getting close to nutting and he didn't want to stop with me. And as I was only shaking and, like, hyperventilating from how much I was orgasming, this nigga just casually lays down in the backseat of his car, lays me on his fucking body, pulls out his phone, and then he's like, these are pictures of my grandma. This is me when I went to Italy, in Barcelona. Did you know they say in Barcelona? Yeah. Oh, this is when I saw a Banksy, and he just started showing me random pictures of his exes and times he went on trip. Why do men do that? I don't, like... And then we kept having sex, and then you know what happened. The vomiting happened. Back to the part of the story which I like the most. So after I puked all over this dude, and I don't think sex stopped. At least this, from what I remember, it's been a long time. You know, we had sex. He nutted. It was great. You know, or well, it kind of ended a little anticlimactically. I remember that much, but it was still a great fucking time. Holy shit, I was obsessed with that man after that point. But I remember specifically, this is where it got nightmarish. As we were getting ready to go, we realized, oh shit, our clothes are on the floor of his car, the back seat of his car, which I have vomited all over. Thankfully, he was fine because, you know, he could ride in his own car without pants like that fucking weird gooner guy that just went viral. You know the one I'm talking about. And, you know, he also had a spare pair of basketball shorts or whatever. Like, he was fine. Most of his clothes were actually pretty okay. So he put that shit on like no problem. Me, on the other hand, my nice, pretty, elegant clothes were drenched in my own fucking bile. I put on my shirt and it was just disgustingly sticky as if someone smashed eggs over it, and that was bad enough. I could still wear most of it and be okay. But then I looked at my pants and I was like, yeah, dude, I can't fucking do this, man. These are skinny jeans and they're drenched in like I can't. I just physically cannot get home this way. I think I'm fucked. And then he said, if you want, I have my spare Tyler the Creator Halloween costume that I makeshifted from a thrift store in the back seat. I mean, in the fucking trunk of my car. So, he gets out and he brings me these pair of pants that are like fucking, I don't know, fucking size 3XL, like 3XL, fucking ginormous. I was like, nigga, you are skinnier than me. Why do you have these pants? He said it was a cherry bomb inspired Tyler the Creator costume. I had to really commit to the bit. I was like, okay, whatever. I put that shit on. I'm like, do you have a belt? He says, nah, I don't. So I just have to, like, mind you, I'm a skinny bitch. Like, yes, I'm a size 8, but I'm a skinny bitch. I look like a fucking size 2, size 4. So there I was wearing pants where basically my entire body could like fucking get lost in just one single pant leg. And I just had to awkwardly fold that shit around my fucking hips like a fucking kimono. I looked fucked up. And I just awkwardly had to carry my pants soaked in vomit. I remember he dropped me off at my house, and as I was getting ready to just be like, okay, I don't think anyone's home. I think everyone mostly is asleep if they even are, so I should be good. But as I was gonna go walk up my porch, I see that this nigga's still staring at me in his car, like, and I just look at him and say, is everything okay? You know, I'm trying to be polite. I'm not trying to say, what the fuck are you looking at? And I just say, did I forget something? And he's like, yeah, this. And he whips out my long ass fucking $12 drawstring ponytail that I got from the beauty supply store. And I'm like, oh shit. I rush, I grab that shit. I'm like, thank you. Pick up my spare jewelry from his car seat that I almost forgot. I said bye. Trudged my ass up those steps, sticky and soaking wet, shaking like a salt shaker because I was still kind of orgasming. Just fucking miserable. And then lo and behold, I walk in the house and I think I'm gonna just be able to get inside with no issues, totally fine. Guess what happens? I walk in the door with my hair looking fucked up all over the place, like how the Weeknd's hairstyle used to be. Cause that nigga fucking blew my shit out. Ponytail in hand. Dried saliva and God knows what else on my shirt and God knows what else. Not and wearing pants that are like obviously for someone who's like fucking fat Albert sized. Or better yet, like Vespuccia from Norbit. Pants so big they deserved their own fucking orbit. And in comes my grandmother on my mom's side, trudging down the hallway on her way to the bathroom. And it's unavoidable because the hallway is directly in front of the fucking entry to the door. So she looks at me, she's like, Tamia, what happened to you? Like, she looked at me like I got shot or murdered or mugged or killed or fell into a pool and almost drowned and lost my life. Like, no, I got my soul snatched, not in the death way. Just this guy kind of murdered my pussy, though. Did I say that? Fuck no. I had to make up some shit. Also, mind you, it was a very quick hookup. This nigga was amazing, but it was such, like, one would think that I was only gone for, like, it felt like only less than half an hour. Like, it was a quick thing. Oh my god, oh my god. He delivered fast and speedy service, like in and out. When he went in and out, amen. He gave me quantity and quality. He did very good, and he did a lot of things in a short amount of time. I like it. I like efficient men like that, not time wasters. Kudos to him. But for this fucking, the way I got out of that situation was I just said, "Oh yeah, me and my friends were just bullshitting in the parking lot when we were eating food, and like they started having a milkshake fight, and it just like got all over my clothes and my hair, and they had a spare Halloween costume because my pants are way too drenched from it to fucking wear back inside, so I just had a wild night is all." And you know, mind you, it's like I'm fresh out of high school. That's a decently believable story. I said it a lot more believable, but holy fucking shit. The face she gave me was kind of like, I don't know if she believed me or not. She was just like, well, okay. And she just stretched her ass into the fucking bathroom and gave me the little Michael Jackson Thriller stare as if she knew something, just like incredulous as fuck. And then, yeah. I think I really do. I think if I really wanted to, I could show how dramatic the before and after was. Let's just say I posted a picture of how I looked after to that same friend group who hyped me up. Like, the first picture was so good that I actually had a friend repeatedly draw it over the course of several years because they were really sweet. And then the after photo. Oh my god. I looked like a fucked up creature from the Black Lagoon, but if they also did Fent and lived in San Francisco. I looked like I got blown up by some fucking Acme TMT from like fucking Looney Tunes. And then crawled in and out of a vat of Vaseline after the fact. Like, he literally blew my shit out. Holy shit. And if you're wondering, how did things with you and that suave, sexy Dominican guy go after, I'll put it this way. For years, like, things ended terribly. There's also another segment that I don't think I want to tell you because it's a little too nasty. Let's just say he was a filthy, disgusting individual, and I had to stop hooking up with him because nigga is probably more of a sex addicted than I am. Like, holy shit. Like the type of nigga to be like, oh yeah, I'm going to San Jose to visit a friend, and I checked his FetLife, and it's like, oh, funny how, conveniently in San Jose, at the exact same time as your so-called friend, there's a huge condomless gangbang happening for this cougar. And he'd be like, yeah, what a strange coincidence. I'll talk to you later. So I had to stop. You're like, nah, you're not playing with my health like that, sir. He was way too gorgeous. I was thinking insane shit. You don't want to know. Like, ooh, let's just say not many people have made me consider certain lifestyles, but I kind of, ooh, I'm not going to say it. It's too fucked up. Let's just say my thoughts got disturbing. Let's just say we fell out. And let's just say he still contacted me several times years later saying I was the best head of his life. So, and yeah, and things went well for me because I forgot all about this nigga until tonight. So all's well and ends well. There's a fun story for you. If you've gotten this far, yeah. This is the type of shit I mean when I said that I just kind of did whatever at 18 or 19. Sometimes 17. Yeah. But that was one hell of a way to reclaim my body. Did I feel better after it? Debatable. But oh well. Bye.